So let's get into it. Today's video is about love and growth in regards to a new mother to experienced mother. My journey so far, what I've learnt as a mother now, and for the last 4 years, how it's become and the growth that I've developed as a person and as a mother to my wonderful, beautiful baby boy who is going to be 5 soon. Wow, the growth so fast. So let's get sharing and discussing what's going to happen. So let's go. What I've learned is that as a parent, in the contents of this video, I'm going to say mother. So as a mother, I've learned that being a parent is a overwhelming emotion, meaning it's based on emotion, because children will try to test their boundaries, and children will try to test how far they can take you and what are your limits. So the struggles I face as a parent is that I have to be patient, and I'm not a patient person. I'm not a patient person, but I have to be patient for my son, which me growing as a person, being patient is a key aspect in everywhere or whatever we do. We need to be patient to get a better outcome. So I've learned that as a parent, I need to be patient with my son in regards to getting him ready for school, allowing him to eat, allowing him to do certain stuff. I have to be patient with that because, children don't understand time. They don't understand time. They understand it's their time, not our time. So being patient is something that I've developed in 2024. I'm not gonna lie. 2024, I've developed being patient, and also understand that I shake when I can't wait any further. But I am in learning, and the journey is going so far so good. Parenthood is it's not just about raising a child. It's also about understanding who you are and how you're developing, and also understanding that your emotions are going to be left, right, center. It's going to go everywhere, but as long as we're able to express it in a positive manner, everything will be okay. And truth be said, the struggles that I face currently as a parent is that it does get lonely. Woo! It does get lonely as a parent, only because if you have, for example, friends that don't have children, and they ask you out, obviously you can't go out because you have your child. I used to be in that boat, by the way. You have your child, so obviously your first thought is that, okay, let me know like a week in advance, or let me know 2 weeks in advance, so that I can obviously have a babysitter. So there are certain loneliness as being a parent, because you kind of feel isolated. Sometimes I do feel isolated. I feel like everything of me is given to my son. I feel like he is my world, no doubt. But I also feel that I've lost myself in the process of being a parent. Whew. Sorry, guys. I've lost myself because I feel as if that all my attention goes towards my son, which is fine. It's not a problem. I don't have like an issue with that. But I feel like I feel guilty for like going on holiday, for example. I'll feel guilty, although I'll try to brush it off and be like, yeah, I'm having a good time and etc. But technically in my heart, I am dying. Like, it's killing me. I just want to be next to him. Like, he's all I see. He's all I am basically around, and sorry for that, a bit emotional out here. Yeah, he's all that. He's my world, and I don't know if you guys get that feeling where you feel guilty to even step out and have a good time. But I feel as if having my son, I've lost myself in a way, and it's only that this year, 2024, I feel like I'm I'm finding my identity. I'm finding who I am as a person, not as a mother, but as a person. I'm finding what I want to do, my interest, apart from my obviously son, what I am into, or going out and not feeling guilty. And I have been feeling like that for quite a while, but I just hit it at the back of my head like, no, it's normal, which I believe it is normal. As becoming a parent, you do lose yourself in a way, but it's just a matter of when you're ready to kind of be yourself again. And that being said, you know it's a learning process for me, and I am a first time mother, so that feeling, it's acceptable, and I just need to understand that my child is being left with someone that loves him very much, unconditional, and I am too able to be who I am without him, and I'm able to explore the world without feeling guilty. But at this time and present, I am trying so hard when I'm going away not to feel guilty, but you know I can't take off that feeling. It like that feeling's there. I can't take it off, and I'm telling you, it hurts so much. You don't understand. Like, the last time I went on holiday, I literally was calling him every single day. My mum will be like, listen, your child's fine, just go enjoy yourself. But I can't. I would do anything for my boy, and even going away, I'd rather be with him away than me leave him and me go and enjoy myself. I guess you're understanding the what I'm trying to say. But share with me, how was it? How was your first time traveling without your child? Like, how did you feel, or how did you cope, and what did you do? Because it hurts. It hurts. Being a mother also, I was gonna say, it's about celebrating your achievements, your goals, and doing it by yourself, as in the concept of what do you want to achieve, or what are your goals, what have you done, whom can you celebrate with, and who can embrace you and motivate you. I find it that everything I do is kind of around my son, and I need to break off from, like, not him ruling my world, but me having a life as a person, not just as a mother. I hope I'm making sense. So what I'm trying to say is that I want to travel by myself without feeling guilty, but I don't know how to not feel guilty as a parent, because that unconditional love is deep, and he is my firstborn, and I love him hard. And I just, yeah, if you guys have advice how I can go about this, I honestly hope I'm trying to make sense, because yeah, I honestly hope I'm trying to make sense, because the feeling is just, it is deep. It's deep, and you want to live your life for you as well, and because your child will eventually grow up one day and they're going to leave you, and you don't want to sit back and reminisce thinking, I wish I did this, I wish I did that when I was a bit younger. And you want to do everything as much as you can, because again, life is short. So if you've got any suggestions, just let me know. But overall, I'm learning, and yeah. Being a mother, for me, my understanding is that you have that unconditional love for your baby, your little boy, your little girl, your twins, and etc. And I've never felt like this ever, like ever. So having my son, I I could never have asked for anything better, or anything. And as a new mother, I'm not gonna lie, I was very scared. I was very scared because I've got this new human being whom relies on me. And should they do something bad or good, I'll be the one to be blamed. The first time I held my son, you know, after giving birth to him, I cried. I cried because I was overwhelmed with the emotion. I couldn't believe that I had a baby. You're not aware of feelings when you give birth till you give birth. And I'm telling you, it is a feeling that is unexplainable. It's a feeling that is mixed with emotions. And obviously, after we went home with him, I just kept on looking at him and saying, "This is my baby. Like, I created you and you chose me to be your mother. You know, you could have chosen anyone in the whole wide world, but you chose me, to be your mom." So I was scared. I was terrified. I was scared. I was asking myself, suppose I get this wrong, suppose, something happens, suppose. But I understood that there's no right for being wrong, if that makes sense. You learn through the journey of being a mother. You get to learn new adventures with your child. You get to bond with your child. You get to understand, how to be a parent. The test of life, literally, is when you have a child. That's when the test begins, from my perspective. That's when you're being tested. Can you handle this? Or can't you handle this? And you know what? I salute my mother, because there are 7 of us, and my mom has done an amazing job, and I love her to bits. And I just hope one day I'm gonna, do what she's done for us as well with my son. Being a parent is unfiltered and it's messy. Um, when I mean messy, I mean the creative stuff, which is fine, and also eating. Um, the first time, obviously, we did painting with my son, I didn't know how messy it was. But that's not the purpose of this story. The purpose of this story is the journey that um, I'm overcoming, and I understand that being a parent, there's no book into being a parent. You can seek advice. You can read books about being a parent, but once it actually happens to you, everything that you've read, it goes out. You're not prepared. You're literally not prepared. Being a parent, you're not prepared. It's just like boom, do it. There's no manual of being a parent. So as I'm learning with my son, I can reassure that we are both doing very well, and we are basically at that stage where, he's able now to express himself as to what he wants to do, what he doesn't want to do, what he likes, what he dislikes, where he wants to go, for example, traveling, or where he wants to go to visit certain parts of the UK, for example. So beginning of motherhood was overwhelming. The middle of motherhood, I can say that it's going very well for me personally. I'm still learning, and I will be making mistakes as a parent. As long as I understand the mistakes that I'm making, if I can correct it later on, why not? Surrounding myself with other parents has also given me a similar experience of what I'm going through, and what are the challenges they also face. Um, Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I do cry at night actually. I do cry because I think to myself, you know, it's not easy being a parent. It's never easy being a parent. But as each day goes by, I become better. I become better, a better person, a better parent. But like, if anything happens where it's out of my control, or anything happens where I'm not able to deal with it, it puts me in a mode where I just shut down. I shut down. Then I look at my son and I'd be like, no, I have to keep going. I have to keep going for you. I have to keep going for myself. So, what I'm trying to say is that I don't really find it easy being a parent. I don't really find it easy being a parent. That's why when I think about like having a second child, I think to myself, can I do it again? Can I go through the emotions that I'm going through again? Am I mentally ready to have a second child? I have to keep going. I have to keep going. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a roller coaster of emotions, because I'm a person where when I love hard, and I love my son hard, as I keep on repeating. And like, for example, if something's happened at school where he's been hurt, although I try to be strong for him not to see that, oh, mum's gonna cry, or mama, is not happy with something. I I panic. I panic because I'm not able to protect him where he is at school, for example. Because I feel like I'm so attached to him so much that I panic, and then when I panic, I become anxious. And I don't want to feel like this with my son. Like, accidents will happen at school. Like, accidents will happen at school. It's part of growth, it's part of life, it's part of learning. But because he's my only boy, like my only child, I feel like I have to protect him at all cost. Like, that's one of the challenges I face, and I think I need to work on that a bit more, and um, just not let him have accidents, but accept that it's an accident or incident, and it's something that is part of life. But I don't know how to cope with that. That's the problem. I don't know how to cope with that, and I don't know how to accept. I don't know how to accept that it's gonna be happening here and there, and it hurts me a lot when I get that call. When I get a call where he's banged his head, or he was running, he fell, and it's like I I try to blame the people or the person, like, why did you not watch him, or why did you not, it's, you know there's so much a person can do. I've helped him the best I can to my ability to be whom he wants to be in life, and who he turns out to be will be a reflection of me, and how I've supported him. But overall, being a parent is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's loving. It's caring. It's passionate. It's growth. It's love, unconditional love. Being a parent is being vulnerable as well. Being a parent is also showing your emotions like I am, and being a parent is a blessing. And I am just thankful that I have become a parent, you know, and networking with other parents is so important, especially if you're a parent, is so important. certain opinions you can listen to, certain opinions you can't. It's up to you what opinions you want to take. But overall, engaging with other parents is very, very important, because that's how you allow your child to also build on their social skills, and also understand how to build relationship, with other children their age, for example. So that being said, I think I'm going to end the video here, and um, cool my emotions to go away. But I honestly hope this was not too much of emotion, because I don't really like to be too much, like showing too much of my emotions. And it's just that when I talk about my son and some of the struggles and etc., it does hit hard. So apologies for me crying. um yeah, it is what it is.